Hey guys, it's Julia aka The Mug Life DIY and I am so excited. I have not crafted, like hardcore crafted in quite some time. I know I brought you my DIY Dollar Tree gingerbread house last week, but it has just been super crazy and hectic here at our house, just with back to school, our home business, and just pretty much life. So I'm really excited. I actually crafted I can't do numbers. I crafted 3 crafts for you today. These are all Dollar Tree. One of them is actually a Walmart Dupe, and it was wonderful. It was really nice just getting my juices flowing, and I really hope you guys are all doing awesome and well, and that you are inspired and that you create something awesome and beautiful for your home to your decor style. So I hope you guys will subscribe and like, comment which one is your favorite, and I will see you guys on the flip side.
All right, let's jump right into project number 1. This one is actually kind of a combination of a Dollar Tree DIY and an upcycling project, so I'll just kind of walk you through it. I grabbed one of these Dollar Tree bags. They are huge. I loved them, and I love how the truck is not red. I am totally obsessed with all things red truck, but it's kind of like a washed white grayish blue truck. Yes, I am such an amazing description of colors for you guys, but I just disassembled that bag and cut off just where you could see the Merry Christmas and the truck, and did the best I could at a straight line. Now, this little piece of backing that I had was a scrap piece of wood from my notorious horse stable drop. I have made so many craft projects out of that, and it was the bottom piece. So I just basically had my husband cut it down to the size that I needed and glued it down. I wish I had some spray adhesive, but I don't have any on hand, so I just kind of hot glued it. Then I took 2 of my leftover rulers, but I was originally going to use my paint stir sticks. So use whatever you have on hand. You could also use cardboard as a backing or Dollar Tree foam board. Pretty much you can use anything as a backing for this piece. And I'm going to jazz it up a little bit with some tree Christmas swag. And I was so excited when I saw these kind of like flocked Christmas tree greenery picks. Oh, I just love them. This one it was like 2 or 3 little pine cones on it, some flocked greenery, and then the little red berries. I love the red berries, so I took one of the little green pieces and put it on the left side and used an overabundance of hot glue, and then just did the same thing and kind of created like a little frame on the very top. I did this for a couple of reasons. One was to cover up those pesky little holes from the rulers, and the second one, I just felt like it needed a little bit more just me, and it was too boring. I needed to jazz it up. So if you would not want to add all these extra little details, go with what you like. I had most of this stuff literally on hand. The only thing that I literally bought this year was this little bag. All of this other stuff is from my stash from the past couple of years. These little gift boxes I just adored, and I left them the natural because I love natural elements of wood in my home. So I just cut it down so it would look like a different size than the other Christmas tree. And then after I knew where I liked the placement of everything, I started hot gluing everything down. And it was just that easy. It is a huge project. It is so fun. It's definitely traditional, and I just absolutely love it. I hope you guys enjoyed my take on a traditional truck kind of color scheme, but this is typically what I love doing for Christmas time. I love bright colors. I love greens and reds, and I love all things trucks. So I will actually be doing another truck craft for you, but let me know what you guys think of this fun and huge Christmas piece. For project 2, you are going to need, yes, if you can actually get your hands on this craft fabric, it is from the Dollar Tree, but I have seen some really adorable truck fabrics at Joann's, even at Walmart, so you'll just want to get a craft square from anywhere you can find. I actually picked several of these up. I actually believe it was during the springtime because it does have words, guys. The back of the truck does not actually have Christmas trees. It has florals, and it's still adorable. I absolutely love it. And the only time I actually use reds in my home is for Christmas. So I saved it just for a Christmas craft. Now I'm actually going to be making 2 pillows, but for the one pillow, I'm going to just show you, I used one of these little it's not a drop cloth, it's a cleaning cloth for your car from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to turn it inside out and then start gluing. I actually did buy some iron-on sew adhesive, but my son took it out of my bag and I have not found it yet. So if you can sew or you can buy the craft adhesive, I would definitely recommend doing that. But for this purpose, I just hot glued my bag, or not my bag, my pillow together and left one side, the fourth side, open. Turned it back to the right side, and you can see how wonderful it looks even with it just being hot glued. Then I stuffed it with another pillow that was falling apart, and I just used that stuffing and put it all on the inside. Now, once I got it to the fill and the feeling that I liked, that's when I began to hot glue the other 2 sides back together. And right here, guys, I just noticed that the tag did not glue on the inside or the right side or whatever. So I would definitely recommend cutting the tag off of that cloth first if you decide to use the Dollar Tree cloth, or if you just had some fleece fabric laying around, or pretty much anything that you would like to use as the backing for a fun Christmas pillow, do that. And as you can see, I just kind of turned and flipped to kind of make a little bit of a hem around the top side, and then I glued slowly on both sides of my pillow and creased them together. Now, this pillow is definitely perfect if you do not sew. I actually do know how to sew, but my current sewing machine, my pedal broke, and I have been searching, and I mean searching, on eBay for a new Singer pedal. It was an older machine. It was my mother's or my grandmother's. I'm not even sure, but yes, it broke during our move. I don't even know which move. It just broke, and I can't use it. So normally when I sew things and small projects like this, I go over to my mom's house and use her machine. So definitely sew it if you have a machine on hand, or I highly recommend the sewing hem fabric, which is awesome. I do love it. Now, remember how I said I made 2 of these pillows? The other one was with a Dollar Tree bath mat. I loved the texture of it, and I liked how the 2 pillows aren't the same. They're actually 2 different sizes. So I thought that was kind of fun to have them match, but not entirely match. I feel like you guys should know this by now, but I don't ever match anything in my home. I love variety and I love color. Now we're gonna hop on over to our final project, which is project number 3. Now, remember how I told you one of these is a Walmart dupe? Yes, it is just a Walmart dupe. It may not have seemed like a lot for you guys, but I saw this adorable little ornament, and I think it was like $8 or $10, and I was like, I can totally make that, and I might give this away as a Christmas gift because it turns out so beautiful. So if you have someone just in mind that loves Christmas and would love a Christmas ornament, which is basically a Christmas sign, this is the perfect gift for you. So I basically picked up one of these large round Dollar Tree signs. They sell these year round, but this is the one that is the ornament, and I flipped it around and I began painting. Now this is a wood technique. I'm not really going to go into it. I will link above and in my description how I do my wood grain effect, which is basically a whole bunch of layering, blending, and just giving it as much texture and depth and dimension that you can think of. So I will have that video linked above, below. Pretty sure I already said that. So I flipped it over and just began painting it. And I just automatically knew that this was going to turn out really good. So I was kind of excited with how easy it was painting, but it was absorbing the paint like crazy. So be warned. I don't know if this MDF sign is just made a little bit differently, or I don't know, but it definitely dried a lot faster than other MDF Dollar Tree signs. And the dupe also has a kind of shiplap line in the green. So I just took my, what is this? This is my paint stir. I took my paint stir I had left on hand from my previous project and kind of just roughly drew some lines, kind of etching out the paint so it kind of looked raised. You'll kind of see what I'm getting at the end. And I just roughly drew over that with, I actually believe this was a colored pencil, my son's. Yes, I use whatever I got. Crayon, colored pencil, whatever you got laying around. It will work because you're basically scraping into the paint. You want to kind of scrape away what there is so that it looks actually raised. Now for the awesome greenery, they did not have as much of this snowy kind of greenery effect, but I'm obsessed with this like wintry flocked ferns. Oh my gosh, they're so adorable. And be warned, they are completely glitter, but I just love them. I think they're so pretty. I think they catch a lot of light, so I'm using that as my background. And of course, I had to use, instead of the red buffalo check, I used my Dollar Tree, this one is the red truck ribbon, and made just like a little ribbon for the top section. Now you could use whatever Christmas ribbon that you have on hand. I know Dollar Tree, at least at my Dollar Tree, I have still seen the buffalo check, and I have seen a couple other Christmas ones still on hand. So if you did not by chance pick them up, you could always go to Walmart or Joann's and see what other kind of options. I will try to find some other option also on Amazon so that you can have at least some sort of option to mimic and create this craft for yourself. And of course, as always, I use an overabundance of hot glue. So if it doesn't quite stay, I'll just keep hot gluing. Pretty much that's my method in 99% of my crafts, which I over glue. So be warned. Now this is the rope that I actually just bought from Harbor Freight. If you're not familiar with that store, it's a discount store. Freight, no, I can't even describe what it is. It's a discount store for, it's like Home Depot, but the off-brand. I loved it. I literally paid $5 for this huge thing of rope, and I was so excited to use it. So use if you have Dollar Tree rope or any rope that you've bought on Amazon. And I'm just going to, of course, hot glue a lot of it. And I actually picked up this huge bucket or bin of these little clamps, also from Harbor Freight, and that helped secure it while it was drying. And here is the final project. I am so excited. This is literally just so adorable. I'm just so excited with how the end project turned out. It is actually a very similar size to the Walmart Dupe. So if you did want to spend a couple of extra dollars, go ahead and do it. But if you're like me and you like to craft all your projects that you decorate your home with, this is the perfect DIY craft for you. I hope you guys enjoyed all of them, and I will see you guys next time. Oh yeah, and don't forget to totally subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date on my weekly DIYs.